Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Below the Line, the show about how movies are made. Welcome to our special Valentine's Day episode. My name is Andres Ramirez, and as always, I'm here with one of my best friends, Mr. Zach Houston Scott. How are you, man? Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day to you too, man. I am doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right, Just came back from a movie. It's an interesting one. I'm sure we'll talk about it more, but I'm doing all right. It's been a fun week editing a particular film. I think you know about.
Pretty sure I know about this one as it's getting closer and closer to the end.
Yep. Been busy writing as well. I'm sure you also know about that one too. Um, and I've been going back doing more exercise more frequently, so I'm trying to stay healthy
Oh,
for
good.
a certain event happening in the summer. You also know about that one. It's been a overall hectic, busy week of both personal and professional things. How about you?
Oh, same. Just working still on my big project and catching up with some TV shows and movies that I've been seeing on Netflix, Disney Plus. This week, Predator Badlands dropped on streaming, so getting to watch that was fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see it, right?
No,
When
I
we did
didn't.
the podcast.
We
So, what did you
didn't.
thought of it?
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was so great. Like, just an awesome. Like, I know Dan Trachtenberg left for Paramount, but I still do hope that he plays a role in some kind for future Predator movies. Because, yeah, he really, really turned the franchise around with like three back to back awesome movies. Like, Badlands might be my favorite of the three, just because it felt like a fun adventure and doing something fresh with the formula.
Yeah, I also think that they probably need him to do the same thing for Alien.
Yeah, because that's a franchise that might. I mean, we talked Alien Earth briefly, but yeah, definitely needs a bit of a more bigger kick in the pants if it wants to try something new. Because
Bigger
that's
than what Fede Alvarez did, but it was an attempt, all things considered.
true. Yeah, so as we are approaching Valentine's Day quickly, we do know that big release is happening with another adaptation of Wuthering Heights based on the classic novel by, sorry, I am just Googling this right now, Emily Bronte. I have not read the book.
Yes.
I have seen multiple versions of this film, though, specifically the Ralph Fiennes one, and I don't know whether or not I'm going to see this new one. So yeah, definitely putting it in your ballpark because you told me before we started you just got back from seeing it.
Yep. How can I phrase this? The movie is visually really nice looking. I mean, the cinematography by Linus Sark, what's his name? He's the same DP that shot La La Land and often works with Damien Chazelle. That
Linus Sandgren.
Yeah, Linus Sangren. So the cinematography is beautiful. The locations are beautiful. The problem is I have no clue what the story was supposed to be about. I mean, it's about two people that are in love to each other, but they also have to pretend to hate each other because of social norms. And like the film starts interestingly, but then the plot gets so thick yet not as developed that it becomes very difficult to follow through. And I guess for a Valentine's wide release, it's kind of also a very bizarre film because the scenes that are spicy, let's put it that way, are not like spicy enough. Like, I would be surprised if this is even R rated because, like, yes, there is vulgar language or whatever the critics or rating people consider vulgar language, like the F word and stuff like that. But when it comes to the sex scenes, they're not that explicit. So it's like, is it for guys, for girls? And I think that the period also makes it very difficult relate to the film because it's like 15th century England, but it's like a very small England. Like the cast is relatively small, And it's so funny that one of the cast members is one of the guys from Game of Thrones. Sorry, from House of the Dragon. And he plays like a completely different character to what he does in House of the Dragon. Would I recommend it? Maybe, if you're into that type of literature, if you like the two actors. Although I didn't believe that Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi were around the same age, because I think they're at least 10 years apart, at least, at the very least. So the film is a mixed bag. That's how I would put it. I personally would not see it. Even though it was 2 hours, it felt like three, and it felt like three not in a good way, if you know what
Mhm.
I mean.
No, definitely. Yeah, honestly, I'm not really surprised considering that when I was looking at the reviews of it, a lot of things were glossed over. Like, people probably were expecting like a 50 Shades of Grey Victorian inspired novel. That's not what this is, okay? This is very much a case study of domestic abuse relationships. And I mean, I said I watched the Ralph Fiennes film from 1992. That to me is like a complete sense of what the novel is meant to be, because from what I read from the reviews and just the audience reception, that it omits a lot of things from the book, specifically like the really graphic stuff near the end, and is more just kind of like a glamorized Victorian love era story for like the Gone with the Wind classic crowd, or the people that just kind of want that romance style, happy Hollywood fixated ending that I hope that they don't get it with this one. But at the same time, it also me showcases like a bit of a failure in Emerald Fennell Fennell's filmography, because I feel like she's taking the wrong lessons from the feedback she
Yep.
gets for films. Like Promising Young Woman, I didn't mind. I thought the script was brilliant, but I didn't think the direction was all that special. I think
Especially in the third act.
absolutely the third act is where it falls apart.
Yeah.
Saltburn, okay, her direction got a little better. I think she got someone who can shoot a film properly, but the writing was worse, and it just felt like overlong and all over the place with what it was trying to tell visually. And in this one, I feel like, from what you're saying, it's just more or less, yeah, the visuals are pretty, but the script is non-existent, or it's taking further away. So it's really fascinating to hear someone who's like slowly losing it as a writer, who started strong and is now just kind of focused more on pretty visuals, and that's it.
Yeah, the thing with these movies is that she's in control of everything. She wrote it, she produced it, she directed it. I don't know if she also edited, but I think the biggest flaw of the film, in my opinion, is that I think, like Saltburn, it focuses on this imagery that it's very pretty to look at, where human bodies are objectively very sexy, if you know what I mean with Saltburn. But it also has these bizarre sequences where characters are humiliated or they behave awkwardly to portray abuse or stuff like that. Funny you mentioned the abuse stuff. Like, it is there, but it is made in a very cartoony way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not even like steamy enough or sexy enough, like from what people were saying too. Like, I don't even think, was there any like nude scenes? Was there any sex scenes?
There are, but most of them are shot medium shot or close ups. So,
Oh,
like, even if, for example, Margot Robbie's character takes her shirt off, well, I guess it would be her dress. It's shot from a way that you don't see her. So you just see her face. Like, she's moaning or whatever, but you don't see anything. And I think even for Jacob Elordi, I don't think he once shows his chest, like his abs, which is like a weird thing, if you're making a wide release on Valentine's. Like, I feel for a wide release in Valentine's, you need to show something. Um, I think the performance that most surprised me was Owen Cooper from
hmm.
Adolescence, I believe. He plays like the younger version of Jacob Elordi's character, and I thought his humanity was more interesting than what Jacob Elordi characters Jacob brought to the character. Like, I didn't felt the abuse as a main theme. At the end, it just becomes like a, I'm gonna laugh about it, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm glad Owen Cooper is in this, though. I mean, I like that kid in Adolescence, so I didn't know he played the younger Heathcliff. Like, I think
He plays
actually he'd probably be better than Jacob Elderoy.
he plays it for like 15 minutes. I also thought like the girl they casted to play the younger version of Margot Robbie's capture the innocence of the childhood that her character had. It's just Margot Robbie has no depth to the role, if that makes sense. Like she's
No,
a
it does.
phenomenal actress, and I think she's able to cry, she's able to emote, but I wasn't ever really sold on why she was so in love with this guy.
Yeah.
Like it was never sold. It was also never sold. Like the dad dies, right? And he was supposed to be an alcoholic. And the shot where he's dead, there's literally piles of bottles of wine or something, but it becomes like almost like a caricature of like what an alcoholic should look like, not the real thing. And it doesn't go into the psychology of why he was like an honorable man, because he adopts Jacob Lordy's character, but he also abuses him and his daughter a little bit. It doesn't go that further, if that makes sense.
No, of course. I get that. I get that.
But yeah, like I said, I guess to answer the question whether you're going to see it is ask Brooke, my friend. If she likes this type of storytelling, I guess you are going to see it.
Sounds good. Well, we'll see. Maybe that's what we'll do for Valentine's Day. But speaking of, we do have others with the holiday Valentine's Day movies to talk about. I think we did an episode where we talked like romantic comedies and stuff like that, but I don't know, like films set during Valentine's Day or about Valentine's Day. What would you think, or you consider some of them to be?
I mean, is there Valentine's Day movies? Is there such a thing?
I mean, yeah, there are. There's Gary Marshall's Valentine's Day. That's like that big ensemble film with all the big actors from like the late 2000s, early 2010s.
Fair enough. Oh, yeah, that movie from like 2014.
In 2010, actually, if you can believe it. We
Oh my
tried
God.
watching that the other day, Brooke and I. It's definitely a time capsule. Let's just say.
It was like competition to Crazy Stupid Love, right? Similar in style.
Yeah, yeah, because it was like different stories set on Valentine's Day. And I remember Family Guy also did a parody episode of it.
Well, I don't think this is necessarily a Valentine's Day movie. Well, that happens in Valentine's Day, but when Harry met Sally,
Yeah, that's true. That's a good one, though. I rewatched it when Rob Reiner passed away late last year.
it's a wonderful film.
Very wonderful, very honest, true film that I think more people deserve to watch, especially that it has to say.
I think another good one that I would recommend is what is the name of this one? Groundhog Day, which also happens in February, I believe.
Yes, Groundhog Day happens a couple weeks prior, but I mean, I guess it's kind of a Valentine's movie when you think about it, because there is a
It's a
love
romantic
story.
comedy at its core. I guess The Notebook.
Yeah, The Notebook. I guess it turns into kind of like a romance films, like some of the greatest romance movies of our time,
I
particularly
mean,
ones from Meg Ryan, I think helped a lot.
if you think about it, Nicholas Sparks is trying so hard to get back to that level of pristine that he's working on thrillers with M. Night Shyamalan.
I'm excited to see that though. I am curious because I mean, he's writing an original film not based on one of his books with M. Night Shyamalan.
But it
That's
is a book.
is it a book? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I take it back.
No, no, no.
That's
It is a
crazy.
book that they both wrote. So it is a book.
Oh, okay.
So it is a book, but it is like a new book they wrote. I don't know.
Interesting.
I think it's like whether it's like a masterpiece or like something that it's not a masterpiece. Like I'm curious to see it nonetheless.
Well, he has to compete with Colleen Hoover now because we're starting to see a lot more of adaptations from her recently. I
Oh
mean,
boy,
like we have another one coming out, Reminders of Him, which is
with
based on her novel.
it's not Micah Monroe, is it?
Yeah, that's Micah Monroe.
Talking about Micah Monroe, this is not about Valentine's. But have you seen the best Resident Evil movie starring Micah Monroe?
Which one? The Welcome to Raccoon City?
No, no, no. You have not seen this? Holy,
No.
I just changed the subject, but you know, Resident Requiem, Requiem is coming out in like a week or so, right?
Yeah.
So they released a live action trailer where Micah Monroe plays them. She plays the mom of the main character that you play with in Requiem,
Oh,
but
okay. Well, there you go.
you see the events of Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, 3 take place in like a minute. And like Micah Monroe is so wonderful. I just don't know why they can't do this in like a long action feature form factor.
Well, fingers crossed that. Oh, wow. Yeah, I got to check this out. I'm just looked it up
It's
on the
such a
site.
wonderful trailer. She plays Alicia. I don't know what's her name, but she's the mom of the main character. And I'm sure they're going to pay this commercial off in the game when we go back to Raccoon City. It's so beautifully shot. It looks realistic. The fall of Raccoon City looks like it looks in Resident Evil 2 and 3. It's so cool. Except it only lasts like 2 minutes.
See, this is the stuff that I hope Zach Krager puts into his Resident Evil film because if he
I'm so
can't do it.
nervous about that one.
Oh, me too. We've talked about it before, but that's the one I'm like, I need to know, like, please, you gotta nail it. I've been burned so many times. But no, that's awesome. That's really great. I mean, it's funny because we talked about Reminders of Him, which is coming out in a month, and we
Yep.
turned it into Resident Evil. That's
Yeah,
what
I mean,
happens on this show.
it's just. I mean, I'm also looking forward to Resident Evil Requiem. It's
Hmm.
probably going to be the best game of the year, at least of the ones announced so
Oh yeah,
far.
with that state of play, absolutely. But I mean, Nintendo ramped up their marketing for Mario this week after the Super Bowl with a new TV spot and posters. So I mean, yeah, it's a good time to be a gamer, folks, because a lot of good
That is
stuff is
true.
happening.
But going back to Valentine's, what about Drag Me to Hell?
Is that set during Valentine's Day?
Well, according to New York Times, it's like an anti Valentine's Day film that is perfect to watch because of that reason.
I suppose. I mean, there is kind of a not sort of romance in it with Justin Long, but I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I'd go with something like My Bloody Valentine. That's a
Sure.
Valentine's Day movie.
Who stars in that one?
Which one, the original or the remake?
I've never. Which one is the original?
The original was like from 1981. I haven't seen it either. I'm just looking it up. It was a low budget independent film.
The remake is Megan Fox, right?
No, no, the remake is Jamie King and Jensen Ackles. Like it's another Canada like driven cast. Well, not really. Jensen Ackles isn't Canadian, but I'm pretty sure it was shot in Canada, Vancouver.
Of course, everything is shot in Canada. Scream is next week.
Is it? I think it's at the end of the month actually.
I mean, isn't the end of the month next week?
No, it's only the 13th. We still have like the 20th. Yeah, it's in 2 weeks, so it's coming up
Oh,
fast.
yeah, that movie's supposed to be really good.
Yeah. No, I like those movies. I kind of hopefully will dedicate a full episode to the Scream movies, but I really do like talking about them, especially
Yeah,
because they're one of the more consistently good slasher franchises.
of course. I mean, I think that movie is it's going to be fun. Another Valentine's movie that I would recommend is About Time with the legendary newly appointed Hollywood star Rachel McAdams. About Time.
Yes, I do agree with that. That's a very nice romantic film. A good story.
Actually, anything from that director pretty much works.
Richard Curtis. Oh yeah. Oh man, what was that one
Notting
he did?
Hill,
Notting Hill. Yeah, classic. Yesterday, that
the
Beatles
Christmas
inspired
one.
one. Love Actually.
Yeah,
He wrote Bridget Jones, the first one, and the sequel.
Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Yeah, I think that's what he's best known for is Four Weddings and a Funeral. That's what he got his real start from.
I mean, it's not a bad start to have.
Yeah. I will say though, I watched I didn't talk about this during our Christmas one, but there was a Netflix movie that came out not last year, but the year before called That Christmas. Yeah, that was
What
pretty
is this
lousy.
about?
Oh, it's just a bunch of like stories that like come together at the end, but Santa's barely in it, and really that was just lousy. Like not a good film at all. Like very boring. Do not recommend. Like stay away, folks. I normally don't say that, but I suffered through an hour, 30 minutes of it. It felt like 2.5 hours.
Fair enough. What are you watching on Valentine's?
Probably with today as we're recording it being Friday the 13th, we'll probably watch one of those movies.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to watch the OG.
absolutely.
What about tomorrow, though?
Tomorrow, probably.
Goat?
Yeah, go. Yes, I will check out the new Goat movie. Shout out to the Sony animation team. I love the visuals, and I can't wait to see. The inspirational story of it. It looks very fun, and yeah, just really, really digging the look of it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it does better in the box office than Wuthering Heights.
I actually don't believe that. I think Wuthering Heights is going to do well at the box office. It's just that
How
kind
well
of
is
movie.
it doing in previous?
And so far, it's made like about 3 million,
What's the budget?
80 million.
So, like 160 with all the promotional material.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not terrible, all things considered. It's tracking for a 50 plus million debut. So,
I mean, it's decent, but I don't think it's going to win any award whatsoever.
no, it's released in February. Like, we're not going to see like really big movies that will be fantastic until like April or May.
Project Hail Mary, I think that's the first one.
Yeah, which I guess that's coming out in March pretty soon. So
And I think it has the potential to be good if they let the filmmakers do it good, but I have faith on that film.
I do. Well, it's Phil Lord and Chris Miller and Drew
Yep.
Goddard from The Martian coming back. So
Yep. Yep. It's gonna be good. Yeah. By the way, did you play Mario Tennis Fever?
I have not yet, but I'm holding off a little bit till a price drop, just because
Oh,
I
the
think
reviews.
the reviews were kind of mixed. I mean, I'm kind of more looking forward to High on Life 2.
Ooh, I'm playing the first one. It's such a bizarre game.
Yeah, it's a good one though. High on Life. It's really had a
It's like
sequel.
Rick and Morty in game.
Yeah, Rick and Morty the game pretty much. And I mean, the original creator isn't involved anymore, but
Ooh,
Justin Roiland.
yeah.
But
No,
I don't
no,
know.
I said oof.
Oh, oof. Yeah, that's what you said. Sorry.
No, it's okay. The lag. I mean, that's terrible, but hopefully it's a good game. When is it
Yeah.
coming out?
Oh, it's out today, actually.
Out today.
Yeah.
Holy moly. So many
Yeah.
good games coming out in this month.
I know. Well, we're in that season, and with the state of play, I mean, we got big announcements for God of
God of
War's
War.
remake, a new Castlevania. It's looking pretty good, I gotta say.
No Uncharted, though.
I think Uncharted's. I mean, they're focused on their new intergalactic
Oh
games.
boy.
So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to it either when it releases on the PS6.
Isn't it coming out this year?
Is it? If it is, that'd be the first I hear about it.
Didn't Neil Druckmann said that in
I
like one
wouldn't.
of the billion interviews he concedes,
Yeah,
where
I.
he says how The Last of Us Part 2 was the masterpiece that it is,
Yeah,
yet he left the show because he's like, nope, I'm not gonna live to do that again.
yeah. Apparently, there was rumors going around this week that Last of Us season 3 will be its last. Which, if so, I'm dumbfounded they would do that. That's just ridiculous.
But what could they adapt if there's no more to adapt?
Well, then get on a third game. Like that was what people wanted because it
I
was
mean, look, I'll be fair to Neil Druckmann. He doesn't need to make a third book. Look at George R. R. Martin. He has been 10 years, almost 10 years since the show ended, and he hasn't written a new book. So I guess HBO has a very bad tendency of adapting things that are not finished,
yeah.
for the
Uh,
exception of Harry Potter, maybe.
I have no intent. The fact they said that HBO that show is going to be like the biggest hit HBO Max ever had. I'm just
Netflix, maybe by the point.
yeah, maybe Netflix,
Um,
but
I was hoping that, I mean, we talked about Valentine's. What are your thoughts on these AI bite dance, sit dance movies that have been popping out in the internet?
with the Sea Dance. So yeah, that's kind of a bit of a shocker, especially with that specific one of Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise fighting.
Yep, about things that we cannot disclose in this podcast.
No. Yeah, it is getting very convincingly real. I mean, you can obviously tell it's artificial. Like, I'm never going to once say that it's real because, I mean, we live in an era of CGI constantly.
Sure.
Like, our eyes are trained for that. But considering that SAG, the DGA, like even the Motion Pictures Act Alliance, like they've stepped in to say no, like this needs to be taken down, and we've got like lawsuits coming up. You can tell they're starting to take this very serious now, and that there is a reckoning coming, especially with how unregulated it is. So I think we're now finally seeing the end of that, or placement of boundaries going to be coming into play.
Yeah, the thing is, I think it has to be a global thing, right? Because that company is based out of China. So, how do you make it? How do you make the laws apply to China if they're in a different country? It's
I
an
mean,
interesting thought, and I'm curious to see how they move forward.
well, it's ByteDance that owns it. It's the same company that did TikTok. So my guess is that if they wanted to continue in it, they have to either ban the software or they have to regulate it with American or even Canadian people, just like they did with American TikTok. So yeah, that's my
Yeah,
thought.
I also think that, but I think it's gonna be tricky because I also don't know how it works. But like, did that video generate a profit?
I'm not sure if it generated profit. I just know it was showing up online all the time.
Yeah, the thing is, if you make it and you're not generating profit, it's like, well, where does it become fair use to prove what a software can do versus not for use? I think it's going to be very interesting how they regulate this because I do think if you are trying to work within a budget, it's an interesting, enticing idea of creating something obviously following the law and not violating people's traits or faces. But I think as a tool, it could be interesting. I
Yeah,
don't know
no,
if
I agree.
you agree with that.
I do agree. I do agree.
But it's funny that all the studios and the actors are uniting against one common enemy, which is interesting because we're there talks about strike. Well, the writers are thinking about striking, so I wonder how this made them feel. And
Uh,
you
not
know,
great.
well, the script was terrible, so I think the writers are safer now. Funny. So, Valentine's Day. You might see Wuthering Heights, you might not see it. You might see Goat, you might not see. But what is the movie that you're going to see at home for tomorrow?
For tomorrow, we will see. Maybe something like Sleepless in Seattle, maybe something a little more
Tom
corny and cute with
Hanks.
that. Yes, Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, like I alluded to earlier. So,
Uh, she's not in Airplane right now. No, in Airport, the Spielberg
Airport?
film. Yeah, is it
Which one, Meg
Airport?
Ryan?
Yeah. No, she's not. What
Or are
are
you
the
thinking about
films?
Always?
Yeah,
No, that's not Meg Ryan. That's, oh Lord, who is that? Holly Hunter, you're thinking of.
yeah. So you can do the trilogy of Sleepless in Seattle, You Got Mail, and When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah, rewatch that.
Yeah, it's a nice trilogy. I guess tomorrow I probably will watch one that is not fun, but it's a very good movie, and it's called Blue Valentine.
Nice. That'll put you in a bad mood, just letting you know in advance. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy most of it.
Yeah, it's a good movie, nonetheless. Shot in 16, it's beautiful, but it's a very hard story to watch.
Yeah.
But in a weird way, it's a love story. But without that in mind, do you think you want to wrap us up or anything else you want to chat?
No, I'll give us a wrap. Thanks for listening, folks. He's Andres Ramirez. You can follow him at Jaro2096. I'm the Zach Houston. Those are our Instagram handles and below the line underscore podcast. Give us a listen on Spotify and YouTube. And we do this every week. We hope to see you again. Thank you so much
Happy
for supporting us.
Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's. Bye bye.
Bye bye. And I missed the cue for a little bit. Happy Valentine's. Bye bye. Talk soon, Zach.
Talk soon.